Hello, today I will be talking about movie review number 956. This is Problemista, Problemista. This is a 2024 movie directed by Julio Torres, Juliotores, and he also stars as the main character in the movie Alejandro. So this is from A24 Films, Fruit Tree Productions, and Exile Content Studio Productions, and I saw this movie on March 28th, 2024 at AMC West Chester 18 in West Chester, Ohio. Now this movie was originally supposed to be released last year, but it got postponed until just now, last March. So, Alejandro is an aspiring toy designer from El Salvador, and he is struggling to bring his unusual ideas to life in New York City. He's trying to get a job at Hasbro, the toy company, and the job that he currently is working at the beginning of the movie, he unexpectedly gets fired after he tries to fix something, and let's just say people thought that he broke one of the rules. And so he gets fired and he gets told that he'll have a certain amount of time to find a new sponsor, or else he'll have to leave the United States. Well, in other words, Alejandro has a work visa with this job that he has at the beginning of the movie, and now he doesn't have this visa anymore, so he needs to find a new sponsor to sponsor him, or else he'll have to leave the United States. As time runs out on this work visa, a job assisting an erratic odd-world outcast becomes his only hope to stay in the country. So, Tilda Swinton portrays Elizabeth. She is an artist, and she decides to employ Alejandro as the company that Alejandro used to work with. She finds out that Alejandro was let go, and she decides to have Alejandro help her with her new art exhibit that she wants to show at a museum. And if he helps her with this, then he'll sponsor him. So Alejandro decides to help Elizabeth with this art that was made by her late husband Bobby, played by RCA in the film. And along the way, Alejandro learns about what it means to actually have a friend, but also trying to get what he wants as far as he's not only trying to get a job into a hospital, but he's also trying to get a work visa to stay in the country. But throughout the movie, we see that Alejandro is really trying to help Elizabeth out with her new art exhibit, and he realizes that there are some things that might be more important than what Alejandro is trying to achieve. And Alejandro knows that even if he doesn't succeed in helping Elizabeth, he knows that he will at least have tried. But time is not on his side, and he needs to find a new sponsor quickly, but he doesn't know if he can get Elizabeth to sponsor him in time. Because there have been some ups and downs throughout the movie. And let's just say that Alejandro starts to have some of his own ideas to this art exhibit that Elizabeth may not totally agree on. Some people think of Elizabeth as a selfish, erratic, outcast, artist, but Alejandro sees something different in Elizabeth. Something that a lot of people probably wouldn't see. Companionship, compassionate, and I thought it was a pretty good movie. So we see Isabella Rossellini portraying a narrator in the film, as she narrates how Alejandro grew up in El Salvador but then moved to New York City trying to become a toy maker. And let's just say that things are not looking in his favor. But he decides to help Elizabeth out with this new exhibit, but he realizes that there is a chance that he may have to leave the United States. So this is becoming a problem for him. And even if he can't get this problem resolved, maybe he can help at least Elizabeth out with this art exhibit. So we also see Katerina Saavedra as Dolores, who is Alejandro's mother, who worries about Alejandro a lot, even though Alejandro says that he is fine. James Story portrays Bingham, who is Elizabeth's secondary assistant. Lev Natil portrays Tahiri, who is an immigration officer who tells Alejandro that he must find a new sponsor quickly or else he'll have to leave the United States. We see Spike Inbendo as Bray, who is Alejandro's roommate, Greta Lee as Dala, who is Bobby's apprentice, and then many other actors and actresses in it. And yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie. And I'm really glad that this movie actually finally came around to videos. Like I said, it was supposed to be released last year, but because of the strikes against the studios and the writers, they pushed it back to March 2024. But I really enjoyed this movie, and I definitely recommend it. So that's my movie review of Problemista. Please stay tuned for my next movie review. Alright, goodbye.